So, new moon today. I got a little moon head on. Yesterday was Uranus retrograde. Um, Actually, a lot happened. I got some insights. Sorry. I did a rage ritual and realized how much energy I have in my body. Just letting the energy out is amazing. And things bother me. I always knew that, but like when I dissociate, it's like hard to bring up things. Like you have to like write them down and then bring them up during the ritual, during the rage ritual. Like I can't have things just pop. Like it doesn't happen for me because I'm in my messy room because I'm like not here. So like my brain just isn't working when I'm not here. It's when I'm dissociating, my brain just isn't working as well. So I need to write it down. I'm sure if I when I beat dissociation that I'll be able to experience the somatic work of things just coming up. Things do come up and I do get insights, but it's like random during the day. And it's not like whenever I sit down and have a ritual, things never come up. But like during the day, everything's just coming up. So I think that's also a really good kind of a lie spiritual people are telling. Like the energy doesn't heal you. It heals your body and like can help you. The energy definitely can help you, but like it doesn't always work so seamlessly perfect that like you do a ritual and then things come up. It doesn't always work like that. But I just started also admitting my mental illness. So it like just started. Oh my God, too long for me to just start now. I didn't really know I had dissociation. I didn't think it was a big deal. And I thought everything that I had was like normal. It's not normal. Even if it's not as intense as like, if it's not that intense, like I still gotta honor it and be kind to myself and realize that I do have mental illness somewhat, you know? So, yeah. And I had a rage ritual. I didn't realize how much I had, like, how much energy and anger I had over these things. Well, I guess I did, but like, I never felt it. Like, I knew it and I think it all the time, but I never, like, feel it, you know? And it's not like just anger, but like upset, all of that. Like, just that energy makes me upset. My mental illness makes me upset. I said work and school makes me upset. Yeah. So yeah, and I let out a lot of energy from my body. And I think a lot of trauma too. I had one of these days where I was just listening to EMDR and I just shook and like it was barely shaking. Like, you know, when you have anxiety and you shake a little bit, it was like that, but I was noticing it and like I just felt like an energy leave my body. Like, I forget when this was, but like, yeah. And you know what came up? Fear. Fear of somebody breaking into my house and like torturing or killing me, which if someone's breaking into your house, they're probably just going to steal your stuff. And what was the other one? Shoot, I forgot. I'm not gonna be able to find it. I remember. The other thing was jumping. I have very, very hardcore Call of the Void. I forget what it is in front. But I have really bad Call of the Void. And I think dissociation like makes it worse because I'm like, I feel like I'm literally gonna do it. And that's like a fear that I had, like a literal fear. And so, like, I had to work on that. So, yeah, I had to. That came up. I didn't realize, but like, I'm actually a scaredy cat. And like, growing up, I was the strong one and the fearless one. And even still now, they're like, oh, but you're like the fearless one. Like, you're not afraid of anything. And I'm like, secretly, I'm afraid of a lot. Like, glass makes me scared. Like, knives make me scared. Like, I'm a scaredy cat. Okay. Like, I don't know, pain. Pain is a big one for me. I hate pain. It like scares me. It's not even that bad, but like it scares me. And I've never been one who's good with pain. Maybe a little better than other people, but like, I have a high pain tolerance, but like, I deal with it poorly. Like, I will start crying immediately. um yeah. So, Pluto entered Capricorn yesterday too. It's also in retrograde. Pluto and Uranus are in retrograde. So, and today's the new moon. So let me talk about that too. My intentions for this new moon: balance, healing, integration, self-love, figuring out weed, and school. I said figuring it out because like, I literally don't know what I want. I really don't know what I want. I have to go do more school to figure out if I am cut out for it. And if I'm not, then that's fine. I think it has to do with mental illness is making school really difficult for me. So I'm just gonna plow through and see if this time's gonna work. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to stop a little bit. I can do it later on in life. I can go to school later on in life, which is what I always wanted. I never wanted to do it this early. But I might have to stop. And weed, I don't know what I want. Really don't know what I want. Like, it's not impairing me enough, but it is kind of impairing me enough. So I'm probably gonna smoke it like at the end of the day, or like, because I do it like all day. So yeah, 22. Please don't. Honestly, it's not even about the age. If you are not sure if you get addicted to things, don't smoke weed. It's more addictive than you think. And it's not like it's up here. It's your mind and your heart that makes weed so difficult. Like, you just get a lot of mental like so like, don't start smoking weed until you know you're strong in yourself and like ready and secure with everything. Then you can start smoking weed, which I do think weed is good for you. But, make sure you're all set with yourself, because addiction is, oof, it's not easy, man. Also, about like 3 days ago, I got my wisdom tooth taken out. So, like, I feel like my face looks weird. Yeah, it actually doesn't hurt at all. I only got one taken out. So, I'm like chilling in recovery, and I just eat on the other side. I got so lucky I could just eat on the other side. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. I haven't been taking any of the pain meds because I literally don't need them. It literally doesn't hurt at all. So like, I think I got really lucky. Yeah, I just want to say that. And it's finally too, because I've been ignoring my wisdom tooth for so like years, for like years. And it slowly got worse. So just don't ignore your wisdom tooth because the pain will get worse, and it is nothing compared to like when it's actually in there. It hurts so much worse than when it gets taken out. Like, I'm like, oh my god. Thank you. Yeah. One more thing. School starts tomorrow. Wish me luck. So I'm convinced these 2 productivity tips are actually like secret tips, because I read 2 books and still haven't like uncovered these. But I'm still not finished with that procrastination book, so I don't know yet. I hope it says it. It better say it. Shout out Healthy Gamer Guy. I'll put him in the description. I forget his actual username, but it's something like Healthy Gamer GG or something. I don't know. Anyway, so he said one is to sit in how you feel about it. So like, you know how you're like dreading working out or dreading whatever it is you're dreading? Well, he's like, actually it's gonna be that difficult. Like, actually you're dreading it for a reason. And I actually love that because he's so right. Like, we're so quick to be like, no, like, it's gonna be easy and you can do this. But like, why don't we just admit that it's gonna be really difficult and I don't even know if I can do it? Like, it's gonna be really difficult, and that makes you almost more proud of yourself when you actually do it. So yeah. And the second one is to sit in your consequences. So, which I feel like we don't really do, the good and the bad. And that's not just the thoughts and the actualization of it, but like the feelings and the energy. Like, sit in that, because your body really talks in energy and feeling. Sorry. So really speak to it in energy and feeling, and I feel like our body really builds up its like mindsets. It's like it has its own mindsets and it builds it up. Like, the more you tell it through energy and feelings, the more it starts to learn that, you know? So by sitting in our consequences, we're telling our body at first, this is going to be difficult. So we're being honest with our body. I feel like when we lie to our body, it actually makes things way worse. Like, our body already knows. So instead of just being kind to it, we're just lying to it, basically. It makes it more like, you know how like when you are like, when someone's anxious and you're like, no, it's cool, man, they get more anxious because they think you're just ignoring them. It's like that. Like, your body gets more anxious because it's like, no, something's wrong. And he talks about like all this, like how your brain and your body works. Like, what was I gonna say? Like, your body is thinking, oh, we do things, we get something, right? But then it's like, you do something and you don't immediately get it. Your body is like, why are we going to do it again? Like, what is wrong with you? So yeah, I feel like nobody talks about these tips and like how our bodies are actually like tricking us, and like, well, not tricking us, it's honestly, our body is more truthful than we are. um My cat's over there. I'm gonna have to show you her. She's so cute. Yeah, so that's basically it. Consequences, sitting in our consequences and sitting in our feelings about it, and like honoring that it's gonna be difficult instead of just pushing that down. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I'm so sorry. It must be, I don't know how annoying it is, but I feel like it's really annoying. I can't help it. Hi, girl. They love you. Cheers.